Oh, I can understand that. I can understand that for sure, 100%. Brianna, what's up?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. And you?
I'm good. It's been a long day, but I'm almost always good. So I don't like to complain. I don't like to complain about stuff. I'm almost always in a good mood. Got my little monkey here with me.
As long as George doesn't drive angry, right?
Yeah, he doesn't get angry that much. He gets to have lots of cookies, so he doesn't get so angry so much. I see you got a little one back there with you, Maseo.
Yeah, that's Junior.
What's up, Junior? Hope you're doing good, buddy.
He can't hear you. I got my earbuds on.
So we got a couple minutes. We'll let a couple other people get on. We still got a couple minutes, and then we'll start. But these meetings, just so you guys know, these meetings aren't necessarily like they're not planned for anything in particular. You know, I don't have an agenda whatsoever on these meetings. It's just time that's made available for you guys, questions that you have, to be able to share strategies with other people, to be able to ask questions, clarify things, and plan stuff together. Other than that, I don't have any agenda that I make for these meetings. It's just time that's made available for you all and whatever you may need. Hey, Dennis. What's up, Greg and Jimmy? So what's up, guys? Anything in particular you want to talk about? I'm sure maybe a couple other people may jump on. I did just announce everything in the Inner Circle group, so I'm sure maybe in a couple minutes people will actually start popping on. I'm going to put together an easier way to get out this information for you guys. As far as I think of what I'll do is I don't really know how to make it better, because especially right now I've got interviews lined up. If you could just give me 1 second. Quick. Ooh. Hey man, I'm on a meeting right now, so that's why I didn't answer before. I'm sitting here on a meeting with all my Inner Circle members right now, man.
I'll tell Ross. I'll let him know.
Is it super important?
No, I think you had a question about the texting book button.
Yeah. I'm on a meeting right now. It'll probably be for like an hour, and then feel free to hit me up right after that, man.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
All right, appreciate it. Sorry about that. So is there anything that you guys want to talk about or go over while we're here?
John, I sent you a question earlier about, I just found out about domain leads, and I wanted to see about setting up a landing page before I come into my office. I was going to try to use Link Wizard. What I wanted to do was like have landing page just with a short lead in with me on a video, and then bounce to my logo and then on to the offer. But I don't know if that's possible.
Well, if you want to put a video on it, then yes, but you wouldn't create the landing page with Link Wizard. You would create the landing page with some landing page builder, and then you would have like a button or something that they would click, and then if they click that button, it would go to your short link, and then it would display your logo for X amount of time, and then it would actually redirect to the long link.
Because I really don't have a page builder right now. I mean, I bought Theme Maker, but I really haven't devoted time to it, but that's a WordPress thing. So I'm not sure, what I could use. I still have Landing Page Monkey that I got from Promote Labs, but it seemed too awkward to use.
Well, Link Wizard's not a page builder. So Link Wizard is not a landing page builder. It's a URL shortener that just makes your URLs pretty and allows you to pixelize the people who are clicking on your links. But it's not like a landing page builder. It doesn't build landing pages. Now that is on the roadmap as one of the new features that we'll be releasing, especially now that we can go crazy on development since we've actually hit our target. One of the new features we have on our roadmap is to essentially allow you to create bridge pages, which would be simple landing pages that are there before your redirect, but those are not something that would just automatically redirect. So, but your question, I didn't quite understand your question on domain leads, what your question was there.
Well, Dennis showed me that was brand new, and we were going over that a little bit. That's why I just need clarity on how to use it. I mean, I know what it is. I have a scraper software that I have used, but you know, using yours and trying to devote, because I'm really trying to keep from scattering all over the place and just funnel myself. Because if I can funnel myself, then I can lead others into the funnel. But if I can't, then whew, I just get so shiny object distracted.
So your question is how to set up domain leads and use it for yourself, or how to set it up so that you can let.
I haven't really. Dennis said to ask you to go over setting that up. You know, because I understand if I'm using the one you have up already.
John, I think she's trying to set it up so she can offer it as a funnel bait and have other people sign up. So she needs help with the Zapier integration piece, I believe. And I think you have a recording on that. I just didn't have it handy.
Yeah, so I'm actually rebuilding our APIs into the affiliate dashboard and putting all the API documentation right into the affiliate dashboard to make it really easy. And that's going to be done. That's going to be done probably by the end of next week. So once that's done, you'll be able to actually use everything to set everything up. But essentially, you're still going to need some type of funnel. You're still going to need some type of. You're still going to need some type of page builder to be able to actually build the pages that the user is going to come to and put in their email address or whatever, and then get their account set up. And you guys, I did mute all you guys. Feel free to unmute yourself whenever you want to talk, no problem. But I did mute you guys because some of you guys are not sure what you're doing, playing cricket or something in the background. There's a stalker behind you, Marie. So does that make sense, Brianna?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Like I said, I bought ThemeMaker, which is a WordPress theme builder, and I just haven't mastered it, so I haven't utilized it. And I also own Landing Page Monkey, but again, some of these things, they just seem so complicated because there's no one to instruct, to walk it through, like step 1, step 2, step 3. That's the thing I'm really having trouble with. So then I just shut down.
Well, I will start now that this whole partnership, I mean, after today, the partnership's going to close. So come next week, I will be hosting live training events for all Inner Circle members, and I will be walking through each and every single software, what they're for, how to use them, how to set them up, all that good stuff, so that you guys are indoctrinated and actually understand what the purpose is for each one, so that you can understand, is this something that I need to use? Should I use it for myself? Or how could I sell this to other people? Who could be the demographics that would actually like this? So I will start hosting those and I'm gonna make a unit inside the group where all those videos will actually be recorded. We'll do a Zoom session like this, and in the unit, I'll make a video for each and every one and just post that in that unit, so that whenever you want, you can go back and you can re-watch those, and you'll be able to ask whatever questions and stuff that you have.
That's exactly what I need. I mean, that's the thing that's been most missing.
So I will hold your guys' hands. What I won't pick you up and carry you, and I won't drag you down the fucking street. I'll hold your hands, and if you walk with me, then great, we'll walk hand in hand. If not, I'm gonna let your hand go and you just get kidnapped by somebody else.
Right. Somebody like Ty Lopez. No, but that's okay. I started with him a while back and then dropped out of it because it was... Anyway. But, okay, no problem.
Cool. So again, I just want to let you guys know these meetings are always for you guys. I don't prepare an agenda or a list of stuff for these meetings. They're just for you guys. Any questions that you have, anything that you want to address, anything that you want to talk about, and then they just kind of last until you guys don't want to talk about anything anymore. So like I said, this is kind of your time to talk about whatever it is that you feel like talking about that's useful. So I don't want to talk about rainbows and spiders.
Every Friday at this time?
Yeah, every Friday. So we have another team meeting that starts at 1 o'clock for the community members. And then sometimes we do like I did today. I'll bring in guest speakers and have those guest speakers teach us something because it adds extra value to the community members, which are actually, the community members are super valuable to us because they are meant to be the affiliates that actually create a positive value for those revenue shares. And there are beta testers. The worst thing that we could ever do is launch a software to the market that is full of bugs or that isn't user friendly. So as we build these new softwares, what we do is we hand them off to the community, and in exchange for the really low fee that they pay every month, they get unlimited access to all our softwares, because the goal is as we release them, they go in and do a very thorough testing. They do all the beta testing. They make sure the software is usable, that they look nice, that there's no bugs. And once that's taken care of, then they go out and they become our sales and distribution channel, and they push it out to the market, and they make us all money. All right. So one of their benefits is we do a live meeting every week for them at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then sometimes it's just a meeting kind of like this where we talk and network, and then sometimes it's kind of like what I did today and what I did last week with Catlin, and today with Rachel, where we'll bring in a guest speaker and just let them teach us something if they're smart enough to teach us something. Most of the time they're not smart enough to teach us something, but just in case they are, we'll let them come in.
That's cool. That's cool.
So I'm going to let you guys, like I said, these meetings are always for you. Anything that you want to talk about, I always myself prefer vocal communications as opposed to reading your fucking questions out of a box. So I always prefer to have you guys speak. I prefer you guys to get on camera as much as possible, and get yourself comfortable getting on camera, because that's going to be one of the biggest keys that you guys have to success, is being comfortable on camera, looking at yourself. But like I said, this is all your time. It's time meant for you guys and not for me. So whatever you guys need, then let's talk about it.
So I had posted a couple questions in preparation for the meeting, but I'll go ahead and ask one of those right now. And I know we was talking about the JB Zoo thing coming up. So maybe just a little more details behind that, how that looks, how we all benefit from that. If you could just elaborate a little bit about that deal, give us a little more detail.
Yeah, sure. So the JV Zoo launch is something I've been talking about for a while with Kevin before even actually starting the partnership. So essentially JV Zoo is an affiliate platform. It's one of the biggest affiliate platforms on the planet. And so my plan on that, like, how do we benefit from doing a JV Zoo launch, all right? Well, one, we get our product out there in front of the masses. They make a lot of sales. We do have to pay an affiliate commission. We'll most likely pay a little bit higher affiliate commission than we pay the community members. We'll most likely end up paying like 50-55% affiliate commission, something like that. How does that benefit us? Because all the money that that comes from those affiliates promoting the software, after we pay the affiliate commission, goes into the pool of revenue that's going to end up, what's up, dude? It goes into the pool of revenue that's going to be shared and distributed by all the tier 5 partners. But Dude is here. The JV Zoo Dude is actually here. So if you want, we can let him talk about like kind of his thoughts and his vision on that. Dude, you're muted, dude. Dude, you're muted. We can't hear you, dude. You're muted.
Hey, can you hear me now? It's a goddamn Verizon commercial. All right, hey guys. All right, so the JV Zoo thing, like John just said, so the beauty behind that is it exposes the tier 5 software to thousands and thousands of affiliate marketers. Those we don't have to turn them all on. We can hand select. John will be able to hand select those. And to be honest with you, I kind of want to groom that team as well. I want to turn on kind of the top producers over there that move a lot of product. And like you just said, it helps the mothership. They move product, and if it's a 50-50 split on the sale, they keep a 50% commission. 50% comes back to the team. And then, you know, as John just stated, you know, all that goes back into the pot and gets divvied up. But the two things it'll do for us: one, it's going to create a bigger name for the brand, because now all of a sudden you've got a lot of people talking about it, which could actually drive traffic back to you and help make like RoboContact a household name amongst a ton of people in this digital marketing, digital agency arena. So it'll help with the branding. It'll also help put more profit back in the pockets of the team as a whole. And that's separate of what we're doing ourselves. You guys can still create your own funnels. You can still promote the product yourselves and use the product yourselves, still make all the commission on it. And then there's another horse out there in the race that's helping drive, like I said, profit back to the company and helping to increase the brand. Does that make sense?
I think so. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Is there any negatives to doing that?
That for me, the only thing that I would consider negative about that is, to some extent, in some circles, JVZoo has a bad name because of the fact that it is an affiliate marketplace, and I don't think they're super particular about actually screening the products that go on there. So what ends up happening is you'll have some asshole, he'll create a product, he'll do a launch on JVZoo, he'll get a lot of sales, and he doesn't have a team to back him. He doesn't even have a real actual product, or he doesn't actually have a real product that's worth anything. So but really, a lot of people that you see that have this thought process that attribute a JVZoo product as being a bad product, and they'll just be like, okay, hey, if a product's launched on JVZoo, it must be a shit product. Most of those guys are assholes. Most of those guys are these people that are lurking around in these lifetime deal groups, and all they care about is a lifetime deal, and they're not real customers in the first place. They're people who are very, very cheap people, and they go after those products. Like, most of the people who say, hey, JVZoo's garbage, is because what are they after? They're after the lowest fucking price possible, and they go to JVZoo, they find the cheapest possible product, and then they buy the cheapest possible product, and then they go say, oh, well, that product was garbage. So the only negative connotation that I could see around there is just the fact that some people have a bad taste in their mouth for JVZoo products. So to my extent, we have two ways around that, all right? One thing that we can do is we can start slow. We can launch one product and see how it goes. Another thing that we could do is I can fucking get a different domain, and I can install the same app, RoboContact, at a different domain, and we can launch that product on JVZoo. So it's a completely different branded product, and people are not going to associate RoboContact with JVZoo product because they're essentially different products. The only issue that would create is, like Kevin said, all right, Kevin, or Dude, aka Dude, he said that this could really help our brand. How does it help our brand? You go into all these different groups and you'll see a post, hey, what are you using for this? What are you using for that? And people will just naturally say, hey, I use this software. They do your marketing, they do your promotion. So that would be the only negative connotation. If we actually launch under a different brand and we launch that new brand on JVZoo, then all the word of mouth advertising that we're going to get is going to go to a different branded name product and not RoboContact or whatever products we launch there.
Hey, John, and another piece to that too is, there are guys that market for other affiliate marketplaces. And I think some of that talk that you hear are from guys who are with Warrior Plus or ClickBank or some other company. Of course, they're going to talk shit about the other space because they don't want people going to a JVZoo or a Warrior Plus or a ClickBank or any of these other affiliate marketplaces. So there's some negative stuff going around on that level as well. And just between us guys, since it's just the inner circle here and this isn't out, I actually am good friends with the vice president of operations at ClickBank. ClickBank tried to hire me. They offered me the vice president of sales position for them. So I went through a long process from the beginning of the process when they first started talking to me, from me turning down the original offer. Fast forward a few months, they circled back, wanted to speak with me again. They are currently on their third CEO since I started conversations with ClickBank months ago. They were phasing out a CEO. They had a short-term CEO, and they just brought in a third CEO. There are some things going on at ClickBank right now that I just knew I could not jump into because I didn't want to jump into that hornet's nest. And I'll tell you that, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that will talk badly about other products, other companies, simply to help boost their own brand. So keep that in mind as well.
And they've got what did you say, Kevin? 5 years, $400 million in sales on that.
Yeah, I mean, JV Zoo started 6 years ago, and they've already hit 400 million in sales. So JV Zoo is trending up. The other company that I just mentioned is trending down. They're having some major issues. They have a very big board. They're low. They're actually ClickBank is actually owned by a couple of friends of mine that live here in the area because ClickBank's in the same damn town as ClickFunnels. The ClickBank is owned by one friend. The other investor lives in Seattle. But those guys, the board, they're all over ClickBank right now. They have 3 companies. One is extremely, extremely profitable and growing quickly. ClickBank is not. ClickBank is losing a lot of sales, a lot of market share. And they're fighting and trying to trying to get back into the space. So just take what everybody says with a grain of salt, and know that we're not going to turn on every turd over at JV Zoo to sell the product.
For sure, and we're not going to just unleash everything. Period. Like
right.
We're going to start with one product because my thoughts on that is we can start with one product, and like all these products are interconnected. So if we go and do a launch on JV Zoo. And we get, let's say we get 10,000 users or 15,000 users that buy our software product, even if it's on a one-time fee. Well, guess what we can do? Now we have the email addresses of fucking 15,000 users that have used our software, one of our softwares, and we can have 2 options. We can send them out an organic email about one of our other softwares and not have to pay any affiliate commission to anybody. We can go in and create a banner ad inside RoboContact itself, and we can say, hey, if you love this software product, check out these other software products, and they can click on that link when they log into RoboContact. They can organically go out to our other software products, and then we don't have to pay anybody any affiliate commission for any of that because it's going to be all organic marketing. So the big thing is going to be like, when I first built RoboContact, we built it under a brand called Rocket Contact. If you guys have ever logged into RoboContact, you can tell because all the training videos say Rocket Contact. All right. So we built it for some of our clients with a really special deal, and they did a JV Zoo launch on that product. Before they did a JV Zoo launch, they did $400,000 in sales in one day. How did they do that? Because they have another software. Actually, they have 2 other softwares that are both doing reputation management, and they have a huge email list of current clients. They send out an email to all those current users about this new software launch. They did like $400,000 in one day. Then they did a JV Zoo launch. They got a whole bunch more emails. They did like $125,000 in the course of a week. And guess what they did with all those new email addresses of all those new users that bought Rocket Contact? They sent them out an email to buy their other software. So for me, our marketing strategy can be exactly the same. We acquire a user in one software, and once we acquire that email address, we can now market to them on all our other softwares, and we cut out all the middlemen.
Can I ask a question?
No. Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. No, I just have a question because I'm new to all this stuff. But Sam Backer was a big promoter of JV Zoo, and now he's gone. He's left that. That's what I've gotten from him.
That I don't know. But I don't know. I just assumed the position with JV Zoo.
Oh no, but I mean, Sam was like the Ty Lopez of JV Zoo. I mean,
yeah, he is. I mean, I don't know if he's left because he's still actively involved, training videos and whatnot.
Okay, there was just some separation about 2 months ago. It seemed like he was branching. Maybe he was just branching out. It wasn't like he was trash talking them.
I can ask. Yeah, I can ask.
Because he always seemed me to be a reputable, straight-up guy, and it just created a question.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody comes and offers me a lot of money, I might consider something else as well.
Oh, That's
And that's
understandable.
typically how it works in these digital spaces. I mean, an 800-pound gorilla enters the market, they're going to buy their competition.
Oh yeah, well, like the I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me. But he started out with the mobile academy, and then he opened up ClickBank University. You know what I'm talking about?
I do not. I got to be honest with you. I just entered this space 5 months ago.
Okay. Well, I've been at this space for quite some time, just never making any money from it. But the ClickBank University was started by.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I know that Jen is a good friend of mine. She's VP of operations over at ClickBank. And she's been honest with me. There's some things I'm not going to bring up on the call, but there's some things that she told me about what's going on over there, and it was a hornet's nest I didn't necessarily want to jump into. But I'm sure everybody has their troubles.
Yeah, well, that's understandable, and a lifetime on the internet is what, 3 months? So it's like,
Yeah.
I know, but
Make money while you can.
yeah, but it's the
Well,
problem.
everybody gets offers. In fact, I'm dealing with a gal right now. She was on Grant Cardone's team down in Florida. He managed his social media advertising, and even being on Grant Cardone's team, he got an offer. She stepped outside. She quit Grant Cardone's team and started her own agency. And I'm just like, why would you do that? You're with Grant Cardone. I mean, that's a huge name. And she's like, I could make a lot more money on my own. That's what she did.
And here's something. I've heard his name a couple of times. As long as I've been trying to do all these things, I never heard Grant Cardone. I never heard of him.
Oh, wow.
Ty Lopez, Sam Baker, a whole bunch of others. But
yeah, in the affiliate space, right? Yeah. Grant is he's approaching about a net worth of around 300 million.
Which is fine, but it's what I'm saying is, I never encountered, never stumbled across any emails promoting.
Yeah.
So it's understandable.
They actually use JV Zoo over at Grant Cardone, Warrior and JV Zoo, to deliver content and courses.
Okay.
Shoot, I gotta find a power cord. My phone's dying. Be right back.
Let me jump in, Jimmy. You asked question for clarification. Revenue shares are projected after 12 months, correct? All right. So here's the deal. Once the partnership closes, which is pretty much closed, revenue shares are projected to grow as software sales come in. All right. Obviously, you guys as Inner Circle members, I would assume that there's only one thing that you guys can sell and get commission on. You can send people straight to our landing pages and get 70% commission on those if you want, but that's kind of stupid because you can sell the softwares on your own and keep 100% commission. So I wouldn't really recommend to go out and just promote our funnels, because then you're only going to get 70% commission versus keeping your 100% commission if you sell on your own. What is it that you can sell and actually get a commission on? The community membership. So the community membership, you can sell and promote that and get your commission on it. Like I said, you guys need to understand that the community is a very vital piece for all of this to work. We need the community to also be able to have a large amount of people, between 1,000 or 2,000 people in the community, because that community will do all our beta testing for us. They'll do market validation for us. They'll do sales and distribution for us. They'll fucking make training videos for us, all right? That community will really actually help us in all of our endeavors. So you guys can sell that, get a 70% commission. Where does that other 30% go? Well, if you don't have anybody over top of you that's brought you into the partnership, then that other 30% goes to tier 5, which means that it goes into the pool of revenue that gets shared. If you have a partner over top of you, well, that 30% goes to that other partner, all right? So the revenue shares begin to get value as our softwares get sold organically, either through tier 5's own marketing efforts or through the community actually marketing stuff. If the community markets stuff, then a community member, we pay 41% and 17%, so there's 42% left over from those sales that are going to go into the kitty for us to distribute back into the revenue shares. We do a launch on JVZoo, whatever sales we make from there that we don't actually have to pay out to the affiliates, that goes back into the kitty to get distributed back out to everybody. So we do some launch on JVZoo, we collect, 10,000, 15,000 email addresses, and then we begin to actually market to those people organically about our other softwares. Those sales come in, all that money goes into the actual kitty, all right? So that's when revenue shares. So it's not like, hey, after 12 months, then these things are going to have a value. They'll start to increase value as sales come in. Now that value is going to be relatively slow, let's say at the beginning, until we start acquiring customers. But so my thought process is, because I know what's going on internally and what we're building internally, is that once we actually relaunch Text in Bulk with a different brand that's more suitable to what the actual software does, with a much higher end design, with global functionalities where it supports all the major marketplaces like the US, the European Union, Australia, those Saudis, because those Saudis have lots of money, in the UAE, those guys in Singapore and Malaysia, because they also have lots of money and there's huge populations there. That software should be able to make $1 million to $5 million a month over the course. It will probably take us about 12 months to reach $1 million a month coming in from that software. And then maybe after 18 months, 24 months, we could have that software where it's close to ClickFunnels and it's making the type of revenue that ClickFunnels making. All right. And then, as you can understand, hopefully you guys can understand that as we acquire all these users in our softwares, guess what we're going to do? When we launch our next software, before affiliates can go out and promote that, we're going to go out and we're going to send emails out to our entire customer list to let them know, hey, yo, here is a new software that's just been launched by the company that builds your other softwares, and hopefully get a lot of organic sales that way. All right. And that will cause those revenue shares to get value. So hopefully that makes sense, Jimmy.
Can I ask where do we find the link to promote the community membership?
That is in your affiliate dashboard with all the other links. So that is right in the affiliate dashboard.
Okay, because I don't know if you remember, but I joined just a week ago and I didn't have, because then Dennis had told you to resend it to me. So I have the links for the 6 softwares. I have the Facebook group, but that's all I have. Nope,
you have the community. It's in the affiliate dashboard. Do you have access to the affiliate dashboard?
Good question. I don't have an answer for it because I don't remember seeing it. I don't recognize seeing it. What is it?
What's the affiliate dashboard? It's the dashboard where you get all your affiliate links and you track all your progress as an affiliate, and you actually manage all your user accounts. Just go through Unit 1 in the Inner Circle group. Go through Unit 1 and follow those instructions. I've tried to lay it out step by step on exactly what to do. Just go through the first unit.
The email I had that came from you was hello@tier5.us. That was last week, last Saturday.
Go through the units, and in the Inner Circle group, there's a thing called units. It's like things you should do. Go through the very first unit. That very first unit will show you how to get your affiliate links. The second unit will give you access to all the Tier 5 share funnels.
Okay. All right, good. Thanks. I'll do that.
So Jimmy, you good, buddy? I think it's good. I think Jimmy died. Are you dead, Jimmy? Jimmy's still here. Jimmy's dead. All right. Jimmy died.
Hey, John, I got some comments.
Yes,
sir. Josh.
Hey, Josh.
How's it going? Hey, so one of the challenges I see on the affiliate side, and I'm just trying to understand the model a little bit more, understood everything you guys have gone over so far about that, but when you're talking about the community, what affiliate platform are you going to be running that on? Is that your own payment process, your own affiliate platform? Where are you going to be running that particular portion of it?
For the Tier 5 community, so they use the same affiliate platform that you guys use.
Oh, okay, but I hear you say run products through JVZoo. I just assumed everything would be centralized. So the one thing I want to bring up, and I like the thought process back and forth, how do you maximize profits? But one of the things I've run into over the years is that you kind of have to play it off of how big you're going to go And I don't understand the relation of the community versus having products on the other platform, because a lot of affiliates, they like back end commissions, but then again, you don't want to give away the bank at the same time. And so, you kind of got to balance that out. You look at people like Russell Brunson, and of course, we kind of started, we're peeled from the same banana early on. A lot of that back end commissions is kind of what, people appreciate. And so promoting one product to get paid on the others, that can help in the affiliate community. So, I mean, you got to pick your battles and focus on the way that you're going to market it. But I'm just barely trying to understand the concept. And I didn't quite understand why you'd have standalone products on, say, a JV Zoo, but yet have your own affiliate platform for the community. So that's the part I didn't quite understand.
Well, because a marketplace like JV Zoo is a place where a real, a known affiliate, a good affiliate, that's where they go to find their offers, are marketplaces like that. And those,
totally understand that, yeah.
They sell a lot of products there. I mean, they sell a whole lot of products there.
So you don't see any challenge. I mean, you like if the products are being sold on JV Zoo, they're being sold through your own platform as well. Is that how it works, or not really? I guess I'm not understanding that.
Not really. I don't personally see, and just keep in mind, I'm an engineer. I'm not a marketer, and I'm not an affiliate marketer. So do I see any problem there? Me personally, no, I don't see any problem there, because I mean, the JV Zoo affiliates are going to push people into our products, and the community members and any other type of affiliate, they're just going to actually drive people to our own sales pages and our own landing pages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, man. I don't know.
I mean, do you see a problem there, Josh?
Potentially.
What problem would that be?
Well, okay, so one of the problems is that one of the complaints that affiliates have is that, okay, we drove all these sales, but we're not getting paid on the back end, and that may or may not be a concern. I mean, sometimes they're just looking for high EPC offers, so if the earnings are good, maybe there's some upsell offers on it, that they're going to be happy with it. But honestly, I mean, the JV Zoo thing, it's just a whole different game from your SaaS software. It's really a totally different market. A lot of, like you described, these fly-by-night offers and smaller offers with a lot of upsells and one-time payment, software products and stuff like that. And so I'm not really bagging on the concept and the idea of putting products in there. Look, man, I know what it means to have hundreds of thousands of affiliates in the network that you've built. And I know what it also means for certain big players whose products themselves attract affiliates, and they choose the affiliate network. And so you're talking about, hey, let's get the exposure, get out there, build the brand. All smart stuff. Love the thought of putting it on popular networks, taking advantage of that. Look, I think it's a great approach. I'm just wondering if it's going to create any problems down the road when people start to complain about, hey, we're not going to be long-term promoters of your product because we're not getting paid on the back end. Because some of the biggest game changers when it comes to SaaS software products are one or two super affiliates. I've seen guys turn companies literally overnight from small six-figure companies into seven-figure companies. And I've seen those seven-figure companies go on to become 10 and bigger because they got the leg up from the one strong super affiliate. So as long as you got a strong relationship with your super affiliate and he likes the affiliate platform, he likes what he's getting paid, and it's fair, and and they don't have the complaints on the back end. I'm just wondering if JV Zoo is really going to provide the ability for a SaaS software, a one-off product that doesn't have back-end commissions to do that. Now, I've seen tons of companies build strong affiliate relationships in JV Zoo. So, it's possible. It's all about the relationship. But those are really my concerns, because when it comes to SaaS software, I've seen a lot really hit it big, and I built my own. And so I kind of know about some of these affiliate relationships, and I'm not putting up warning signs. I'm just saying those are stuff that really need to be considered and thought through. I love the fact that you're talking about, hey, you know, there's all these different networks and maybe places we can drive traffic from, get clients, get the thing off the ground. But in the long term, you know, maybe it's for some of the future bigger software products that we have, that we can build up and that we can add on, have add-on services, back-end sales and offers. Maybe those are the ones where you bring your super affiliate, say, hey, need to bring over this platform and promote this core product or service that's really the core brand, that has the biggest potential. Maybe that's not so much suited for the JV Zoo. Maybe think of those other products as kind of feeder products. Those aren't really the core brand products. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I've been in this area for a long time.
You want to know my thoughts, Josh? You want to know what I really? And I'm just going to pre-warn you guys that I don't have a fucking filter. I say what I think. I don't lie to people. I just say whatever I think. And if that offends people, then you probably don't want to work with me or with this company, because that's just the way I am and that's the way I'm always going to be. But deep down inside, you want to know how I really feel? Fuck affiliates. That's how I feel. Fuck affiliate marketers. All right. So what my long-term goal is, you want to know what the big difference is between every other fucking SaaS company out there and Tier 5 is? Those fucking SaaS companies, they come to me to build their software products. That is the difference. They come to me, I build their SaaS software products. They don't have a dev team. They're not a software engineering firm. They're a SaaS company. They don't have fucking 30, 40 developers that are just building product after product. They have one single product. That's it. That's why they're stuck to affiliate marketers, because they have one product. They don't have another product to offer customers, so they have to keep telling those affiliates, okay, sell my shit. We're not in that situation. And the last 3 years, I have done almost 80% of what we do as a company. I have built other multi-million-dollar companies for my clients. 20%, and my lowest engineers, like my lowest skilled engineers, 20% of my capacity have built every software product that we have. Now that we've actually created this partnership and we have our funding, guess what? Now all my engineers are going to build more products. We're going to be at 100% capacity building more software products. So my goal for the next 12 months, fuck those affiliates. For all I care, as long as you guys are right. So as long as I can help you guys make your investment back, and you can actually make your money back that you pay every month, and this opportunity doesn't cost you anything, you will stick in for the long term, all right? That I'm sure of. If I can help you recoup your $300 and even make a little bit of money, as long as I help you with that, you will stay here for the long term, all right? And if I can get you to understand that, hey, look, in 3-4 years, you guys are all going to be fucking millionaires. This isn't costing you any money, so just stay here. Guess what? I can give those affiliates fucking 90% commission and let them drive users to all our softwares. We can build up a customer list of 500,000 fucking people, and then guess what we're going to do? We're going to launch product after product after product after product. And then I'm just going to take all those emails we have from all our customers, and I'm going to say, hey, happy customer, you love these 3 other products you're using? Well, guess what? Here's a new product. At that point, fuck affiliate marketers. We don't need them once we build that customer base. The reason these other companies need them, they don't have other products to offer. They have one single product, all right? So that's actually my end goal. So that's just how I feel about it. And until we have that customer base, we have to acquire them somehow. And affiliates are a great way to mitigate the upfront marketing costs that we would traditionally have to spend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get you, man. Look, I'm fine with it. Your philosophy, it may change, it may not, but I like it. Okay. So, but let me also ask you this. I don't want to blow you up. This may be a future conversation, so tell me if it is. What are we doing about all the global legislation that we now have to worry about? Payment processing, data storage, all this crap, man, that's just really pushing us hard from all angles, depending upon the markets that you're operating in. Do you have any concerns in that area? Is it something that you're taking into your development? What's your thought process there?
My thought process is fuck all those stupid lawyers, because they make laws in countries, and how those laws actually work is they work only if your server's hosted in the country in which those laws are made. So first off, the EU and their fucking stupid little data privacy laws and their GDPR, that does not affect me whatsoever, because first off, I'm not an EU citizen. They can't fucking sue me. They can't do anything for me. The only thing that they could do is blacklist my domain so that my domain their country's users can't actually access my software. That's it. Can they find me? No, they can't find me. I'm not a citizen of their country. They can't come after me and ask me for any legal ramifications because I'm not a citizen of their country. The easy way around it, come to a place like India and host all your technology, host the actual application here in a country that has very lenient laws, because at the end of the day, that's where things matter, is where the actual application is hosting. Now, where it's going to get into, where we're going to have to actually comply with those things is whenever we want to go after that market. So if we want to go after the EU market, then sure, we'll have to actually start to comply with their laws. But those laws are pretty straightforward. I mean, the EU laws aren't that hard. The GDPR laws aren't that hard. It's two things. It's put a notification on your website that says, hey, we cookie you if we use cookies, all right? Want to get around that? Don't use cookies, all right? That's very easy. Don't use a cookie. Use local storage instead of a cookie. They're two different things. And it would be nice if a lawyer actually understood that, hey, there's different things other than cookies. You can use inbuilt local storage into the browser. That's not a cookie. It's a different object, all right? So if we want to service those markets, do we have to comply with their laws? Yeah, sure. But like I said, it's not that big of a deal to put a disclaimer that says, hey, we use cookies. It's not that big of a deal to delete customers' information from what? The database that they actually subscribe to. There is nothing that says if you as a user come subscribe to my software, I can't take your email address and put it in a different database, and whenever you ask me to delete it from the software that you subscribe to, I delete it from that software because I don't care, because it's somewhere else, all right? So I'm not super concerned about those myself personally, no.
I mean, California started doing this stuff too. Like this.
Right. So I'm with you, man. I got a lot of the same attitude. And I've been dealing with this stuff too for quite a while on the software as a service side. So, I follow your philosophy and feel the same way. I think there's a lot of opportunity too in the software development side to solve some problems. I got some ideas. I'll save those for another day. But I just heard a gentleman mention California. Colorado, I mean, we're going to see it in the U.S. here. So if it's a U.S.-based company, we may have to cross that road. And so I just want to bring it out in the open. Sure.
And right now at this point, I'm not super concerned about it. I'm not super concerned about it myself, because to be on those dudes' radar, you have to be a super huge player making lots of revenue. All right. Other than that, they're not going to come after you, and we're not there yet. And by the time we're actually there where they would want to come after us, it doesn't take a lot of work and effort to put those things in place. I mean, it doesn't, trust me, it doesn't take a lot to go put like, even if you look at sticky reviews right now, it's already GDPR compliant because we give users a notification that lets them know, hey, we use cookies. So
the problems is we get, VAT compliance, data storage for 10 years, all that crap like that. So, there's a whole lot of things. Obviously, if you're letting someone else process your payments, you're offloading that, if you're running it through a ClickBank or something like that. But, look, man, I know it's obvious you put the thought into it too. I feel you. So, but I'm there as far as owning the SaaS and knowing having to deal with a lot of this stuff. Built up a large affiliate network, processed hundreds of millions of dollars worth of payment, made millions of dollars with my SaaS. So, I understand a lot of these issues and have a lot of the same feelings as you do about them.
Cool. So what else, guys? Other questions, other things you want to talk about while we're here?
We just got to get more familiar with everything. Like I said, it's only been a week. It's like
Well, like I said, I'll be doing special training sessions for all you guys to get you used to all the different softwares and what they do, how you can use them in your own day-to-day life, and how you can promote them. Just keep in mind, I'm not a marketer, I'm a software engineer, so I'm not going to dive deep into marketing. I'm just going to dive into the technical aspects of the softwares, how they're used, and what they actually do, and what utility they provide.
I come from being the social media manager side of the thing, and it's like, yeah, so affiliate marketing and MLM and all that stuff, it's like, yeah, sometimes it can be so frustrating. lots of time.
For sure. And Marie, you asked, do we have cookies that follow the customer for the affiliate? No, not really. No. So they're like right now on the front end sales pages, we use we just use ClickFunnels, and we use Backpack, and it doesn't even work all the time 100% because ClickFunnels kind of sucks. But no, we don't have that. Can we build stuff like that out? Yes, sure, we can build stuff like that out. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, you look at the largest software company in the world, Salesforce. They don't have an affiliate platform. They have no affiliate platform. They don't let people do affiliate marketing for them and pay any commission. Why? Because they just do the upfront marketing themselves, and they focus on their product. They focus on their product, and they make sure their product is a badass product. They don't need affiliates to go in and market it because their customers do the marketing, and they do marketing on their own. So, and that's where I want us to get at. You know, a lot of the biggest softwares out there that are really making splashes, they don't have affiliate side. Even that affiliate side, actually, to some extent, even that having that affiliate side is something that actually hurts the value of a brand to some extent, because whenever they see people saying, oh, this software is awesome, this software is awesome, that software is awesome, people distrust those reviews because they're like, oh, that person is an affiliate and they're just getting paid to promote that software. That's one of the reasons Salesforce doesn't do that, because now anytime it mentions, hey, I use Salesforce for this, you know, okay, that person is giving a valid review because they don't have an affiliate platform. They don't allow affiliates to go in and actually promote their softwares. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that's where I want us to be. I like my main focus. What I want to do is I want to make softwares that are so powerful and so affordable, and the quality of the product is so good that we don't need an affiliate marketer, just because the utility that we provide somebody is going to cause them just to naturally go out and talk about us, and that's going to create organic marketing because it's more profitable in the long run. And affiliates will do stupid, shady shit. Affiliates, like even now I have affiliates that go out and tell people that we have ringless voicemail in our software, and we don't actually have that capability in our software right now. Yet I have a list of affiliates that they go out and promote that we have ringless voicemail. Why? So that they can make a sale and they can get money, and that actually hurts a brand and it doesn't help a brand. So the end goal for me is I don't really want to have affiliates, and I don't want to rely on affiliates to do our sales for us. I want to rely on the fact that our softwares are so useful and so powerful that marketing does its own thing for us. And then we can also dump money into marketing as well. No big deal.
Well, for sure. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, you can. So basically where I'm taking this is I'm looking at it more as a B2B instead of affiliate, because I haven't had a hell of a lot of success in affiliate and it just kind of annoys me. So I'm taking it to the auto industry. So what I'm looking to do is build my own funnels and start promoting it to dealer principals, DSMs that can use, say, maybe not robo contact so much, but text in bulk. And if there's 250,000 dealerships in North America and we can be in 100,000 of them, and that's along with what you're saying is the word of mouth sort of thing, become software that particular industries don't live without, you know, like Dealer Socket or whatever else, like that's another SAS that's out there that the auto dealerships are using. So that's kind of my take on this one, is outside of the JV Zoo and everything, which I'll look into, I'm hitting auto industry hard from my side of things and from this. So I get it.
If you look in the chat, I gave you a link to another Tier 5 software that would be super useful to the auto dealership industry.
Oh, I didn't see it. What is it? Do you want to just speak it, or?
I dropped it.
Oh, you did?
I dropped it in the link. It's this software right here. It's called dealersdirect.com. So it essentially just allows you to go in and say, hey, I want to look for, you know, let's say an Acura that's used from 2001, and then hit next, and then it essentially it's just a software that's sitting on the back shelf. It's on a dev server. So honestly, I haven't even looked at it and seen if my API keys are still working, because the API is actually expensive, and it looks like it's not working because I probably stopped paying for the API because it uses the Edmunds API. but and I can go in and actually renew it, but it's essentially a software that allows, it's really actually cool. It allows like a reverse bidding system. So you as a consumer, you go in and you search for the type of car that you're looking for. You go in and put all your particulars. Do you have a car in for trade? What's your budget? How much monthly payment can you afford? What's your zip code? And then on the back end, we let dealers come in and sign up for an account. And then on the back end, they list the makes and models that they sell. And then we match the consumer with different dealers, and the dealers do kind of like a reverse auction. They place bids to the consumers and say, hey, I've got this car and I'll sell it for this much. And then another dealer comes in and says, well, I'll sell it for this much and I'll sell it for this much. And then it creates like a reverse auction from the dealer side where they're actually competing for the consumer's business. And then once the consumer decides, hey, I want to go with a dealer, I'm interested in this dealer, then we unlock the information and they can actually connect with each other, and the consumer doesn't actually ever have to leave the comfort of their own home to search for a vehicle. That's a
lot of interest to me. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's not a complete software. We work on it a lot. And what I do a lot of times is whenever we have slack, whenever I have extra resources and I don't have a client project for them, I don't just let them stay, I don't let them just not do anything. I have them work on something. So this was the fruits of one of those projects.
Someday I'll show you my funnel and what I'm doing, and maybe like there's some sort of connection or button that could complement each other. So I'll show that to you sometime.
For sure.
Cool.
So what else?
Hey John. So you had made a.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, made a. Go ahead. Hello. Go on. All right. So you had made a comment about the unlimited accounts thing, and you were saying that you could change our mind about even having unlimited accounts. And so I was curious, what you were getting at with that, and also if, say we don't do something like JB Zoo, what's our biggest way to bring in revenue if we have unlimited accounts and we're just making money for ourselves?
Well, that there is a problem with the unlimited accounts. All right. So the real issue with the actual unlimited accounts is that some of you guys may be better at selling software than other guys, all right? That's one problem. So someone who's not really good at actually selling the software, it's going to be really hard for them to actually make any revenue if there's not more money coming into the kitty to be distributed. Why? Because where's all that money going? It's going to the people who are out there actually pushing the software. So that's one issue. Another issue is if you guys had an unlimited from an unlimited potential, can sell as many softwares as you want at whatever price point that you want. Well, guess what? Most of you guys, to be quite honest, most of you guys are going to go fucking sell shit for $1 a day. You're going to sell shit at the lowest price possible to make money right now. That completely devalues the entire software, and it doesn't actually help out the big picture of things, all right? Another thing, all right? I give you guys unlimited accounts. What stops you from going in and I try to put controls on it, but what stops you from going in and actually telling other people, hey, look, I'm going to let you sell as many of these accounts as you want for whatever price that you want, and you're going to pay me, $5 each. And you guys flood the market, and all our customers that could be paying $97 a month are now only paying $15 a month because you guys want that short-term money right now, right? That is a
so clarification. Are you saying that as it stands right now, that people could go out and recruit resellers? I mean, I could see having your own affiliate program. I already have my own affiliate program for my softwares. But resellers, that sounds a little, I would be concerned about that myself.
I would say, from my perspective, I would say no, and you're not allowed to do that, all right? But I also know you're not allowed to fucking speed. There's a fucking sign on the side of the road that says you can go this fast, and I guarantee you Maceo right now is going faster than that shit as we speak. I guarantee it says 55, he's going 59. guarantee it. I mean,
For sure.
words that I put in somewhere, that is not going to stop somebody from doing something, and it's not enforceable. There's no way that, like, I'm not going to spend. You want to know why I started this partnership? Because I hate marketing, I hate sales, I like to build software. That's what I want to do because that's where my passion lies. I do not want to spend my fucking day scouring the internet trying to figure out who's violating the terms and conditions and who's out there bringing in resellers to go out and actually push the product because they don't want to do that. I don't want to spend my time doing that. So what's the only real way to keep from doing that? All right, look. If I give you, all right, if I give you 10 accounts, I've already showed you that $1 a day, you can make your money back, you can make your investment back, done. If I give you 100 accounts, you can go in and you can sell them for $1 a day and you can make a $2,700 profit. Done. All right. Now, if I give you unlimited accounts, what's going to stop you from doing that? Nothing. You're going to keep doing that. You're going to keep doing that. And our revenue shares are never going to actually increase in value. I mean, look, I'll be transparent with you guys. What do you think? I'm an inner circle partner just like you guys. What the fuck do you think is going to stop me from going out and selling unlimited accounts? If you guys have that privilege, I sure the fuck should get that privilege. And trust me, if I go make an ad and I say, hey, I'm the founder and CEO of this company, and all these products come from my mind, and you can get it at the same price that you can get from this dude or that dude, plus I'll train you on how to use the software, why the fuck's anybody going to buy from you? They're not. All right? It's not going to happen. So is it a great piece to, and like I said, I'm open and transparent, and if people don't like that, then you don't have to be part of that. You don't have to be part of this because that's how I like to be in the world, is open and transparent. Why did I even entertain the thought of these unlimited accounts and say, hey, yeah, let's do that? Because I knew in my head that if we do that, it will cause an influx of people who actually sign up for everything. And I know as soon as we reach that 100 people, even right now we're above that 100 people, all right, people aren't going to drop off. All right. If I go in and I allow 100 people to sign up for this, and then on the back end, once they're actually sold, we go in and have these conversations, and together we work together to understand what the real terms and conditions are going to be, very few people are going to drop off. And trust me, it's much easier for me to grab a new inner circle partner if I only have 3 spots available versus if I have 89 spots available. If I have 89 spots available, it's going to be much harder for me to sell 1 unit, as if I only have 3 spots available, it's going to be very easy for me to fill those back up. So at the end of the day, the unlimited accounts is a great selling point to get everything full and get us to where we are now, where we need to be. But for long-term profitability, it's not really that good of an ideal. It's really a dumb ideal, really.
So Maceo, did you want to jump back in here? Because John, I got some feedback on this, but I don't want to cut him off.
No, I think it's definitely worth the conversation. I'm not sure what type of model we could put together to, kind of make everybody happy when it comes to that. But it really only takes 1 or 2 people to do something crazy like that to just devalue all of the software altogether. So
to me, the perfect solution is allow you guys a set amount of software accounts so that you can make your investment back, so that you can make your money back, and this opportunity doesn't actually cost you anything at all. After that, then if you guys want to make additional money, you can promote the software at a set price, and you make a higher affiliate commission than anybody else. That way prices are standard around the board. As soon as, look what's going to happen if, let's say we run a promotion. All right, and also let's think of this. All right, let's think of this. Some people already, they go in and they sell a lifetime deal of the software. They say, hey, it's a one-time fee, $300. Why? So they can recoup their money back. All right, now what happens if those dudes drop off? Right? What happens if those dudes actually cancel their membership, and now all these users that had a lifetime deal, I go in and cancel them out because the person that actually paid for those accounts is no longer a member. Well, guess what? Those guys are going to cuss the brand, and they're not going to cuss that person who sold them that thing. They're going to be out there talking shit about the brand and say, oh, I bought a lifetime deal from those guys and they didn't honor it. They just canceled my account. All right. It's going to create a huge chaos. So from my perspective, what do you guys really need? I want you guys to actually recoup your investment so that this is not actually creating a financial burden to you. That's what I want. I want you to recoup that money back where this is no longer a financial burden. It's like an investment without having to pay for anything because you've made that money back. After that, then what I really think after that is that all the extra sales and stuff, well, that should actually go into a kitty that actually gets distributed back to everybody else. That's how I feel about it.
All right, John, so here's the challenge that you're faced with at this point. Various of us bought in for various reasons, right? I saw the investment opportunity, but I saw the value added opportunity for me to have unlimited accounts. I saw it as a value added in my own business, my own marketing, my own sales. And so that's one of the reasons I bought in. Are there ways to limit that and still kind of achieve what you're talking about? Yeah, but probably not the way that you described. Because for me, my perspective is I wasn't really in it for just recouping my investment and then the free money afterwards. I'm cool with that, but I don't know if I'll stick around too long. I may or may not, you know what I mean? So I'm in it for two reasons. One, I love the collaborative option. I look at the future, building applications. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at what you're at now and where we're at now, the products we have now. And so that's why I'm kind of thinking like, hey, okay, unlimited accounts, well, you better cap that crap, like you should have stopped at 100, man, or whatever it was. But with those unlimited accounts, I bought in for that purpose. I also bought in for the investment to be part of the community, to support the vision and to help it grow. So if you were to say, okay, we got these core products right now, maybe in the future there aren't unlimited accounts on other core products as you build out the company. Well, that'd be pretty dang wise, right? I mean, you don't want to throw those into the bucket in the same group and just say, oh, every product we bring out, everybody's going to have unlimited accounts. Because if we're really building a brand, if this is really an investment, and we're really going to be a team, there's going to have to be an aspect of the company that solidifies that, right? And right now, you've got your funding. We've got the limited account thing, which is kind of like a fail-safe for some of us, and others it won't matter because they're not going to sell enough for it to be unlimited. And frankly, I don't even know if I am either. I haven't even checked out this software, man. But I've been in this game for a long, long time, and I've done community-based software investment before, back in the decade, Warrior Alliance. So it's stuff I'm acquainted with. And I honestly, I think you kind of got to stick with what your offer was now. I mean, unless everybody voted and said I'm in, because then, frankly, you're going to have to refund the money to people who bought for a reason and they're not on board. You know what I mean? I know that's probably not a big deal, but that's the situation. Could that be changed by community consensus? Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think quite as extreme as what you described. I think looking for the future, though, definitely not giving unlimited accounts on everything that we create. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be wise at all. But we could leverage what we have to get to that point that what we're building is bigger than what we have, and so it's not really so much a concern. I think the primary concern was, hey, okay, we're funded, man, 100% funded. Let's build some shit. That's really what we're wanting to do. I understand you got core products. That's what we're going to try and leverage and get some money and some revenues. We want to get in the millions. Yeah, I'm there with you. Honestly, I don't think the unlimited account thing is going to come into play as bad as you might think, unless there's one player or two players or three players in here who they just joined for that specific reason to max out their monthly investment and just sell thousands of accounts on their own. Me, I'm just looking to leverage them as some value added to help build up some of my core business and maybe add into some future stuff. And heck, man, if things go good, maybe that's going to be doing what we're doing here as a community. So I don't know if that helps a little bit. It's just a different perspective. I've been through this where we're all selling. We all got 100% resale rights on community-funded software. I've been there, and we're all competing against each other. But I think it's a little bit different where you're talking about community-owned. Rather than just everybody pitches in money, we all get a copy of the software. That's different. So, it's kind of an experiment, man. So, I think we could deal with it as time goes on. But, you also got to connect with the reality is that if you want to change the terms of the offer, there may be some people that are unhappy with that. And, that's your prerogative. But I probably wouldn't go that extreme.
Sure, I agree, and a happy medium could always be, look, we have these 6, 7 softwares that are pre-made that we've already built before the partnership actually starts, and you guys can do whatever you want with those. You can use unlimited accounts, and you can You can sell those at an unlimited basis and make whatever money that you want. But guess what? Now that we're funded as a core, as a partnership, we're going to go off and we're going to build a software together. And this new software that we build, you guys aren't going to have unlimited accounts because you already have everything that you actually need to make your money back. This new software, you're not going to get any accounts on. Maybe you'll get 10 accounts on that software just so that you can get some sales or something. All right, but this new software, we're going to take that to the market. We're going to do traditional marketing, and we're going to blow that software up, and that's what's going to actually create all the revenue to actually distribute back out. Because if not, if we keep building software after software after software and there's not going to be any trust in a brand. There's not going to be any stability, because anywhere you go, it's like no one will ever want to come to us and buy that software because they'll understand, oh, hey, that's a tier 5 software, and if I look around enough, I can find it for $1. Because trust me, no matter what you want to sell it at, someone else will sell that lower. Someone else will have will sell a software for $1 a month. Just why? Because they can't sell it for $500, so they're going to try $400, and they can't sell it. And it's not because of the software; it's because they don't know how to fucking sell shit. So eventually, they're going to get it down so low where people will buy it, and that will hurt everybody else. So that's why I said I could convince you. I have no doubt in my mind that I can convince you guys to some extent. And if I can't convince you, again, at the end of the day, it's a collaborative effort. And if we can't work together to figure something out, at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt me, because I got over $3 million in my fucking personal bank account as we sit right now. So at the end of the day, if this whole shit fails, it doesn't actually affect me and hurt me that much, because I don't even have to lick my wounds. I can just go right back out to my bank account. I could fund this entire company if I want to for shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years if I wanted to. Now I wouldn't have a bank account left after that unless I did something really fucking great in the 9 years, which I probably would. But that's not the route that I wanted to go, because I wanted to do something that no one had ever done before. Lots of people have went out and they've taken a chunk of money that they had and they've built something and they've made a lot of money. Lots of people have done that. No one has ever done what I'm attempting to do right now, and that's what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to do something innovative, because that's what will actually create some buzz, is this innovative thing that no one's ever done before. So we're going to have to find, for sure, we're going to have to find a happy medium on, and I don't have the answer for that. And right now I'm not so concerned of the answer, because we don't have people that are selling 10,000 accounts. But trust me, I mean, you guys all know Kevin, and I mean, that was dude that was talking about the JV Zoo account. And technically it's, to me, all right, to me, ethics and saying, hey, this is okay. Like, to me, if you say murder's wrong, but it's murder's not right, but it's okay to go to war and kill somebody, to me, you're a fucking idiot, and you don't actually understand what's going on in the world, all right? But if you're going to say it's okay to go to war and kill somebody, then you can't tell me that murder's wrong, because it's not wrong. You're justifying it, all right? So it's going to be very hard for me to think that you can say, hey, somebody can have unlimited accounts, oh, but you can't go to JV Zoo and you can't launch the product on your own on JV Zoo and sell as many as you want and make all that money. Well, where do you draw the line? I mean, you're just, this is a very fuzzy line that you're drawing, and so it doesn't really work like that. That's why I said, to some extent, now that we're all here, that unlimited account is great. It was a great sales tactic to get a lot of people in, and I think together we could actually figure out who needs to be here and who doesn't need to be here. And if we drop below that magic number, it shouldn't be that hard to go recoup and get other people that need to be here. And until we get those people, I can fund it, because I have money, all right? But we're going to have to figure something out. If you guys want to see revenue shares hit a high value, we're going to have to work together, put our brains together to figure something out. Because if not, like I said, it's just not going to work so great. Because trust me, if you guys have unlimited accounts, there's going to be people who, like, look, trust me, I give people unlimited accounts. There's going to be people who will give people every single account for free so that they buy a $10 product, because they can't sell their shitty $10 product. So they'll just be like, okay, well, if you buy my $10 product, I'm going to give you all these softwares for free, because that will help you buy my $10 product, and my product's shit. And instead of going back and revisiting my product and making a better product, I'm just going to give you $1,000 worth of free shit to buy my $10 thing. People will do that.
Yeah, I personally agree. I think we should protect the brand, and because if our revenue shares aren't worth shit, then the brand isn't worth shit. And I mean, we could have unlimited accounts and make, you know, buku money, but if you're in it for the brand and, you know, what we've accomplished to this point, then you know, it's kind of pointless. And then if things do change, if we all agree, then the majority say, hey, it's not going to be unlimited, it's going to be X, Y, Z. You know, people who want to leave, it is what it is. Fuck it, they gotta go.
There is one reason. There is one reason that after we reached our limit, I said, hey, you guys can still keep promoting. You guys can still keep bringing partners in. Why? That's eating up my own equity stake in my own damn company that I've fucking put in 4,000, 5,000 hours a year for the last 3 years building this company. Why did I just eat away? You want to know how many, like right now, there's probably like 1,000 revenue shares that are actually owned by Tier 5 right now. Why did I allow that to happen? Because I knew that once we actually got this thing done and we closed the doors and we started to actually come together as a group and hash things out and talk about stuff, some people will drop out and they'll be like, no, I don't want that. What will be left over are the people that actually really want to be in this opportunity and they see the long-term vision of it. And I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with some people dropping out. All right. But I knew at the same time, we got to do something first to create the buzz and get everybody in. And then after we do that on the backside, we can figure everything out. And I know we can do that together. No big deal. So what else? What other things do you guys want to talk about while we're here? Did I convince you, by the way, Maceo, that it's not the best option for us?
You know, I kind of knew that's where you was going anyway, because I was already kind of thinking about that. And, you know, with people having unlimited accounts, that somebody's going to just be like, F it, and, you know, make a bunch of money. And then if they get kicked out the group, they don't care. They already made their money and they're out. So I kind of knew that's where you were going. So I don't know. We'll see what the group says and we can come to a decision and figure it out.
Well, I for sure don't want this to be a financial burden for everybody. I for sure don't want it to be a financial burden. I want you guys to break even. I want you guys to be making some extra money for sure. I want you guys to be making extra money and for this not to be something that's a financial burden. And I don't want you guys to ever think, okay, I have to pay Tier 5. I want you guys to always think, okay, I get money from Tier 5. That's what I always want you to think. But at the same time, I want to see that the value of the softwares that we have and the value of the revenue shares, that's where the real money should come from, you guys, is the fact that as we release software after software after software, all the sales and all the sales of all those softwares get put into a kitty that gets distributed back out to everybody. That's what I hope to see.
I really like to hear what everybody else thinks too. I don't know. Some other people can chime in. Maybe Dennis, other people, whatever.
I think Dennis is actually on a strategy call right now and is unavailable, is what I think. But I would also love to hear what everybody else thinks if they want to say. I don't hardly ever check the chat. So if you guys put stuff in the chat, I don't hardly ever check it. Because, yeah.
Well, I can say I'm good with the limited accounts. So I want the revenue share and the accounts. So I'm good with either or with both going on. I don't think unlimited's the way to go. So I agree with you guys, really.
Anybody else want to collaborate?
Yes.
Yeah, hey Paul.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
I also agree with limit the accounts because it was already in my mind the last days. What if other people would go and sell it at a very low price point? And I think most valuable is to create badass software modules, make it high quality so that customers really want to have it. So go for limiting the accounts.
So the other option is to come up with a base price point for accounts, because I'm not really for limiting the accounts because you kind of limit the potential, I think, of members of the community. But I think limiting the price point of the accounts, because I think what you have here is you have some people who just know they're not going to sell anything, right? And then you have other people who are actual business owners, software business owners, who came into this because they know that they're going to sell stuff because that's what the offer was. And so I would recommend if you want to avoid devaluation, because I don't think you're going to have the problem of some gargantuan just coming over and taking over the core of the business as, I'm the source of this, as long as you have a level playing field. So if you limited the resale price points, that's actually a good thing as well. And there's also ways to compete against yourself in a healthy way. And so if there's value added to accounts in the future, what you could do potentially is have different types of accounts. One is, these kind of limited accounts that are valuable to us as community members, as software company owners who want to resell them, but also maybe the core products that are marketed are enhanced in some way or have better features or more features than those limited accounts. So there's actually different ways to deal with it to still keep the value. Again, my bias is that I actually want the value of that. I don't want to limit my potential. Like I'm not in it to sell 10 accounts and make my money back. But if you have a set, say, hey, this is the limit, the price limit. If you can't abide by that, then, sayonara, then that's okay too. But I like the idea of taking accounts, bundling them. I'm not talking about selling for $1 a day, so I see value in that. I think there's different ways to address it. But again, I'm still for limited, not doing unlimited accounts in any future, or maybe a prime core products. I think that part of getting the investors in, though, is offering some value in unlimited accounts, and that may be a limited number of products. A few products that have the unlimited account feature, whereas core products don't. But that's my 2 cents on that.
Well, that's fine. So I want to introduce you to another problem. All right, another problem that will be there. You guys want to build new software, right? You guys don't want to keep just the 7 softwares that we have in the market. You guys want to build even new softwares and release those new softwares in the market, right? I would agree. Everybody wants to do that, right? So another issue with the unlimited accounts is even let's say we set a price point and we say, okay, you have to sell these accounts at $47 a month or $97 a month or whatever that arbitrary price point is, all right? You still go in, you still add unlimited users, all right? Now, unless you want your monthly payment to go up so that Tier 5 can have a higher OCI, what's going to happen? You're going to add unlimited users in. That's going to create, trust me, robo-contact and text in bulk. Those users are going to come to support and they're going to ask for support all day, every day. They're going to blow up a live chat. Who's going to handle that support? I'm going to take developers that are actually out there developing our new software. I'm going to now move them into an actual support agent. Or I'm going to fire a developer because I actually don't have any extra money from the OCI to hire a support specialist. So now we're not going to make a lot of progress in building out new softwares because we're going to be bound by a bunch of support. All right, so that's going to be another issue.
So can you move that support burden? Can you move that support burden to the reseller? And then the reseller would have their point of contact to your support for things that they couldn't resolve? Because a lot of it's just user issues, training issues, things like that.
Sure.
I'm just wondering.
But does that seem functional? All right. Does it seem, do you actually want to do that support? No, you don't. None of you guys want to do that support, first of all. Second of all,
look, it's functional, man. I've made a lot of money doing that, so it's totally functional and totally possible.
Sure. I understand that, but now your other issue is the user's into the software. He's inside that software. There's a support widget right inside that software. So you're going to say your users need to contact you and not go through that support widget. That's not going to happen. They're going to go right into that support widget. They're not going to contact you. They're going to come to our support anyways. Now you're going to say, okay, now my support team has to actually ask that user every time, what's your email address, has to look at that user and see who brought them in. And now they have to say, oh, actually, we don't support you. You need to go back over to this dude because he's going to do support for you. It's not going to work. It's just not. It's going to be the dumbest thing ever. It just physically won't work.
So the good thing is that, this is an inner circle group. So we all have to agree to something at some point in time. And whatever that is, that's what it becomes. So we don't really even have to go, back and forth about it and what it's going to be. It's going to, everybody's going to decide. It's going to happen either one way or the other.
For sure, and for it to happen, people have to participate though, and people have to actually show up, and they have to participate and give their opinions for sure. Like I've said several times, I don't mean for this to be a dictatorship, right? If it was going to be a dictatorship, then I wouldn't have said, hey, fuck it, let's create a partnership. I mean for this to be an actual partnership, because I don't have, when it comes to developing software, yeah, sure, I got all the answers when it comes to developing software, because that's what I'm really good at. The rest of the stuff, I'm not going to sit and say, hey, I have all the answers. I'm going to look for us as a collective unit to find out what is best for this partnership.
I'm okay with them being limited accounts. I think I'd prefer to have more than 10, but it's a community decision. Maybe you could just run a poll in the inner circle and put different amounts of accounts and see what the consensus is.
For sure, and I
really think everybody probably needs to think things through too. Just think about the whole thing, and before we just come up with a rash decision.
For sure,
it might take a little time for everybody to kind of process it.
It's definitely not something that we have.
Well, what we're talking about essentially is the difference between a pure investment play, and I understand decisions, perceptions, approaches change over time, right? It's a moldable thing. But the things that you've talked about today, John, you expressed, some philosophy about, hey, just provide good software, let it market itself. Look, we know some absolutely huge software out there making huge money without having to pay a lot of affiliate commissions. They pay advertising, yeah, for sure. And they pay portions to be in certain marketplaces. Yeah, absolutely. So definitely you're talking about changing the model. So, that's the main thing to take into consideration. 10 is not, no, man, that's honestly, you could do 100 if you were to have a limit, and you'd still be cool. You wouldn't have any market saturation. Most people aren't even going to sell 10, that's the reality of it. So that's not going to hurt. But you're talking about changing the model. And, I hear what you're saying, and I hear what other people are saying. I think other people are in it for the pure investment play when I hear them saying stuff like that. And when I hear you say, hey, let's build a software company, let's not focus so much on the affiliates. I mean, look, man, I saw what it was like when Russell Brunson started out because we shared an office. So, I know how he got to where he's going to go. And you do have to choose your model. And I'm not saying one's better than the other. So I'm all for it. I think it's cool that it's fluid. I think it's cool that it's community based. But don't shortcut yourself on, say, okay, some people, they're going to need to recoup a little bit more just because they offer. Because if you say, oh, okay, the unlimited's gone, look, I know for sure that there's certain people who came in because they really like that. And yeah, that's an outrageous offer, man. And it's hard to support that. You're bringing up all the concerns I already knew that we should have, and so it's true. But if the model as a whole is going to work, and we've got the other aspect working, the actual investment side working, then that maybe will be less of a concern. But if people's core business is going to be about selling the accounts, that's probably not so much a fit. If that's like why you signed up is because your core business is like, hey, I got all these products, now I can sell them for like 50 cents a day, like that's probably not the best thing. So I hear you on all sides, but yeah, I think you can have limits much higher than 10 and still have no problem at all, no market saturation, no real significant supports burden, that's really going to severely impact operations.
Sure, no, I agree. So for me, something like 100. If you guys sell a bundle of all softwares for $1 a day, and you do that for 100 people, you're making $3K a month. That's a 10x return on your investment without any revenue shares coming in, just from selling the software. So, and I also believe that the model of the partnership, it is an investment play. That is strictly if you watch any of my videos and everything that I've done, the model of the partnership is an investment play. So I would say myself that people that their whole goal is, hey, I'm going to sell these softwares for 50 cents a software a day, and that's my only business. Those are not actually the partners that I want, to be quite honest. Those are not the dudes that I actually want, because those guys don't support a big vision. They don't support a collaborative effort. They don't support a collective effort. They support only an individual gain, and that's not how you get far places. you've got a bunch of people and all they care about is themselves and nobody else, well, then that's not going to allow us to be hyper-successful. But again, we don't have to tackle this problem today. Lucky for us, we have lots of time to be able to tackle this problem. If you guys all want to leave it at unlimited, you guys can all leave it at unlimited if that's what you guys want to do. If you guys want to leave it at unlimited and sell unlimited accounts at any single price that you want, and that's what everybody wants to do, well, you guys can totally do that if that's what you want to do. That's the beauty of being in a partnership. I've got my OCI, I can go out and just keep building software, and then if it runs into the point where we actually can't keep up with all the support and everything, and we can't build new software, and the partnership fails, well, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still a fucking multimillionaire, and I'm just going to come back to you guys and literally point blank, I'm going to say, well, you guys are fucking idiots. I told you about this a long fucking time ago. You didn't fucking listen. These are the choices that you fucking made, and now you have to live with them. And that's exactly how it's going to work. So it's a collective effort, whatever you guys want. On the decisions that you guys end up making, those are the decisions that will make us as in this partnership. But I will always express my concern in my opinion, just like I hope you guys would.
Well, we're not all going to come to a consensus here on Zoom. First of all, not everybody is represented, and there's different personalities, and the strong personalities win.
For sure.
That's the benefit of the group, you know. A strong personality on the call or wherever is not going to win because, you know, everybody has to say so. And everybody is just as valuable as the other person. So like you said, though, it's not going to get resolved today, and that's cool, but something for us to think about. Definitely have to think about it, because if John can't provide the support of all the calls coming in, the OCI goes up even higher. So, you know, then we don't meet the OCI anymore. I don't want to be the dead horse. You know, other people got other questions.
I got some ideas on marketing too, and I don't, you know, obviously the model hasn't been decided yet, but I was thinking one way, you know, beyond the account, whether there's limits or not, one way to get revenue jumped in, maybe early from some of the partners, would simply be to allow early promotions, maybe limited time discount promotions. People who have existing client bases, they could promote at a discounted early rate, get that early user base in, have those be limited so that they're not, you know, the main affiliates after they start promoting later aren't competing with people who have discounts. There's lots of different strategies where you can actually sell retail accounts where it's building profit share for everybody. I mean, there's the world is wide open, man. There's so many different strategies. It's not really something you have to worry about as far as finding ways to actually get people in, get people promoting, motivate people to promote, you know, get things off the ground.
Well, I definitely agree. It's not a thing that we have to tackle today. It could present itself as a huge problem, even on the affiliate side. Even on the affiliate side, if we build up a pool of affiliates, and we expect them to go promote our products at X price point and X commission rate, and then some other person in the inner circle says, hey, you know, because they have access to the same pool of affiliates in our community, goes in and says, hey, well, you can actually promote it at this price point because I've got the same softwares. It presents an. I guarantee you, none of you guys are going to be cool with me going in at an unlimited basis and giving all the software away for free. I guarantee you guys won't be cool with that. If I say, hey, look, I've got the same rights as you guys as a partner, and I'm going to fucking promote this software for free, and even I'm going to take money out of my bank account, and I'm going to market this shit that it's for free, and I'm going to do it on an unlimited basis. You guys aren't going to be cool because you guys have no way to make money. And if the rules and regulations that you guys set in place for yourself apply for you, trust me, they apply for me, because I pay $300 a month for the same partnership that you guys pay. So whatever applies to you guys also applies for me. But again, we can definitely do a poll in the group and figure out what is the best approach for everybody. I'm all for that. That is the whole model here, for it to be a collective and collaborative thing, for us to collaborate together and all put our minds together and figure out what is the best solution, and not just have one person say, hey, this is the best, let's do that. It's for us to work together.
Hey, John, I don't mean changing the subject. I still need help setting up my accounts.
Did you get an email with the, how did you sign up? Did you sign up through the partnership page?
Yes, I have my affiliate accounts. I just don't have the personal account.
You didn't get an email with the software accounts? You should have got an email with all the software.
No.
If not, just send me a message, send me a private message or something, or send it publicly if you don't care other people having your email address, and I'll do it right here where we're talking.
Okay.
John.
Yeah.
John.
What's up?
Shouldn't there also be a constraint on the price points? Because when person A sells the product for $500 a month and person B sells it for $50 a month and they get to know each other, yeah, then we have a problem with the brand TR5. So I think personally we should do both. A constraint on the accounts and a constraint on the price points, the lowest price point and the highest price point, so that there is a range. It just came up into my mind. So maybe that's something we could consider also, to make a combination of that.
For sure. I'm open to anything that you guys are open to. I'm open to obviously listening to your guys' thoughts, and because you guys are my partners, so I'm always open to that. And Gemma, if you check your email, you should have login accounts. So you should have logins to all the different softwares, and they should work.
Yeah, I just got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So what else? Anything else that you wanna talk about? We can always circle back next week. We'll have the same meeting every week, and then and there'll probably be different people who show up, so we can always circle back again next week and talk about it. If one of you guys want to do a poll inside the group, you guys can do a poll inside the group. If you want me to do it, I can do it inside the group and see how much of the group's activity that we can get and their thoughts and what they think. But outside of the limits on the account, is there other things that you guys want to talk about and discuss while we're here?
Were there any other questions? That's a tricky point.
What was that, Maceo?
I was saying, were there any other questions in the Facebook group that you posted that thing with? Post your questions here.
Let's see. There were in the Facebook group. There was 14 comments. Let's look at it. And I'll do that every week. Every week I'll make a post in the units for the inner circle meetings, and then any questions that people have, you can always post them there, and then that way people know some of the stuff that we're going to discuss on that meeting. One of the questions is, what type of software will we start working on next week? None. We've got lots of different software that we're working on already. We're doing a complete rebuild of Text and Bulk to make it global in the market, a complete redesign. And as much as I love you guys, and you're on board right now, I'm not 100% ready to go in and fire all my clients today and think that every single person is going to be here come next month. So, and plus I can't do that anyways. I can't ethically just go tell my clients today, fuck you guys, you're all fired. I'm not working for you guys anymore. I have to give them a 30 or 60 day weaning period because they rely on me to manage their entire tech stack. All right. So it's going to be about 30 or 60 days for me to actually offload in a very peaceful mechanism where if this whole partnership fails, I can go back and still have a relationship with all those clients and pick back up their workload again. So we're not necessarily going to start building any new software tomorrow. All right. We are working on a complete rebuild of Text and Bulk to make that platform work globally in the market. We are still supporting the other products that we have in the market, adding in new features and functionalities for that. The next software that we have on the docket that we'll start actually working on is Chatvago, a chat building platform. I personally myself would like to go in and make a clone of ClickFunnels myself. I'd like to go in and actually build something just like ClickFunnels, a good funnel builder. That way, whenever somebody comes into tier 5, they literally have all the software that they really need to be able to run their business, and they don't need any other auxiliary software. They can get it all from us. So those are the 2 things I would really like to focus on and work on. I would like to work on a chatbot building platform because that's really heavy in the market, and it's just going to continue to grow over the next 4 or 5 years. I want to build something that's multi-dimensional, that doesn't work only on Facebook, that will work on Facebook, it will work on Skype, it will work on Kik, it will work on Slack, it will work through SMS, it will work on voice calls, it will work on emails. All right, so I want to build a multi-dimensional chat bot that will actually work on all channels of communication, and then I want to build some type of funnel builder, landing page builder, sales, little website builder, so that somebody can come to us, and literally, if they come to us, they can, buy a business in a box, and it gives them everything that they need. But at the same time, this is a collective effort, so whatever it is, you guys are always free now to go in and post ideals. I think what we could do is create like a unit in the group, and then people could go in and actually post their software ideals, and then I could just add that software ideal to a unit, and then people can go in and talk about it, collaborate, and think about, hey, those softwares, and then if you guys are on board and you're like, yeah, this seems like a really viable thing, then from our perspective, what we can do. So you guys probably haven't seen this, all right? And I will show it to you. You probably haven't seen this, but I think what I could do, this is probably one of the other things that we could do, is we could go in and finish this out right here. This is something that we started working on a long time ago, and it's about 80% finished. It's called Launchpad. And the whole idea of Launchpad is essentially a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo for software products, where people who don't actually have money or don't have the full amount of money necessary to build a software, they could essentially come to Launchpad, they could give their ideal, our community could go in and collaborate with them and validate their ideal and vote it up or down, and then the softwares that have the most votes, then at that point the partners can get involved, and they can go in and look at each of the softwares, and the partners can decide, yes, this is the winner, we want to actually build this software, and then at that point tier 5 can go in, we can scope it out, we can spec it out, and we can give the time and cost analysis, and then determine on the ones that the partners like, we can determine the time and cost analysis, and then we can vote as a collective unit what are the softwares that we actually want to build. So we could go in and actually finish out this platform, so that outside of a Facebook group, that, by the way, is only limited to Inner Circle members and not other partners and not the rest of the world, we could create this platform where anybody can come to us as the tier 5 partnership. Anybody can come to us and give us a software ideal, and they can put in their information here as a software ideal. They could share it out to their friends, we could share it out to our community, and the entire world can go in and they can collaborate, and they can vote and give their thoughts and opinions on the software. And then at the end of the day, the partners can screen it, and the partners can pick what they believe to be the most viable products in the market. And then after they pick those, and like I said, tier 5 can go in and we can scope it out and do a time cost analysis, and then we can do a final vote on what softwares will be the next ones that we push in the market. This is about, if I remember correctly, it's between 60 to 80% done. If I put one developer on it, we could probably have it finished up in the most part in 2 or 3 months, where we could use this as a platform to go in and source all our new product ideals and validate those new product ideals. So that's something else that we could do. So that was one of the other questions. If you guys have anything to talk about or say on that, we can talk about that. If not, I can kind of move on to the next question. Do you need to do a Zapier thing? Oh, yes, you do. So let me grab your email address here. You guys all have access to our Zapier Teams account. If you don't actually have access to it right now, then all you need to do is send me a message and say, hey, John, I don't have access to the Zapier Team accounts, and send me your email address, and I'll get you added to that Zapier Teams account. And I did that just now for you, Gemma, so you do have access to that now. You just need to check your email address, and then you'll have an invitation from Zapier, and you can get all set up. The next question is from Dave. It says, not really a question, just a big thanks for the share funnels. They're a great starting point. So he said, I suppose with the OCI Met, everyone is now onto wondering what the revenue goal is in order to get those revenue shares producing. So that's an arbitrary question to me. I mean, how the revenue shares work is all the money that's actually made from our collective efforts and the sale of our softwares, they go into a pool. So if there's $10,000 being generated every month, and there's $10,000 worth of revenue that gets distributed out, which means that one revenue share has a value of $1, and your guys's revenue shares, like the amount of money that you get if you just start an Inner Circle member and you haven't brought in any partner, then you would get paid $30 a month. Obviously, as that pool of money grows, then your revenue shares have value, just like any company on a publicly traded option works. So I think that answers that question. If not, then we can talk about that. Brianna Dixon asked, can I use Link Wizard to create a landing page? No, you can't. With a 10-second delay to direct to my logo, which redirects into a 5-second to my destination site. So no, Link Wizard right now cannot create landing pages. And actually, Paul is the product owner of Link Wizard. So if you guys have features or functionalities that you would like to be built, you can always add those features and features requests inside the chat bots for any of the software platforms. You can add your features request. If you want to obviously get them boosted up in priority, then you can have a chat with Paul for Link Wizard, or you can have a chat with Dennis for Text and Bulk. And then our other softwares don't actually have, they don't have product owners yet. Maseo was early, you were interested in being a product owner for one of the softwares. So you guys as Inner Circle partners, you just need to follow the email, Gemma. So the invitation link in the email, you should have got an email with an invitation from Zapier. You just need to follow that information. And I'm assuming, yes, you do have to create a password. If you guys are interested in being a product owner, then you can just contact me and I'll let you know what all is involved. It is essentially a day job. So there is work involved in being a product owner. It's not just, oh, hey, I'm a product owner. You do have to do some work for that. So that's that. Andrew said, I got something we can bring up. Let's say we launch our products on JVZoo and we start making 30, 50, 100K a month in revenue. Are we going to see even a few bucks in revenue share, or is there a specific amount of time we need to wait? So no, for me, there's no specific time. This is something we can agree on as a partnership. We can do them monthly, we can do them quarterly, we can do them every 6 months, or we can do them yearly. Me personally, I prefer to do them on a monthly basis whenever we also do all the tax consolidation with the accountant. So I prefer to do the revenue share distributions on a quarterly basis. Since we're already doing all the tax accounting on a quarterly basis, it just makes more sense to do them on a quarterly basis. But again, that's something that we can always discuss. That's up to you guys. Maseo said, you mentioned in one of our posts that you can change my mind about the limited account option for ICPS, Inner Circle Partners. I'd like to know more. We talked about that already. Maseo also said, please explain more about the JVZoo deal and the details behind that. We also talked about that already, so I don't think anybody has any other questions about that. Gemma said, when you get your affiliate links and you don't see your other account info, could you please get into more information about that? You should have your account information. Gemma, I'm assuming that you already got all the information. It should be created automatically for you whenever you sign up for the partnership. If it's not and you don't have access to it, you just let me know, send me a message, and I'll make sure it gets all set up. Marie said, I don't know where to start, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. I'm going to go through Text and Bulk piece by piece. So I will be starting to do next week. I'll start doing training sessions on each one of the softwares, tackle each one of the softwares, go over what they do and how they work and how you guys set them up. So I'll start doing that next week. Hopefully that will really help you out and you can begin to understand each of the softwares. And then after that, you can kind of understand where you actually need to start at and where would be your starting point. If at any time you guys have any questions or concerns, all you have to do is unmute your mic and just speak up and I'll stop talking. All right. Dennis said here are 2 use case scenarios, blah, blah, blah. That's just, Dennis wants some training. I will do a training on that. I don't think that's something that we really need to go over in this particular meeting because it's not going to be a 5-minute training session. It's going to be a little bit more in-depth training session. So I will do something like that for you guys. Like I said, Harlan just wants to know what time the Inner Circle meeting is. You're fucking late, Harlan. It already started. You're late, buddy. Looks like the recording first Inner Circle meeting is set to public. Should we consider having them set to unlisted? That's up to you guys. I don't really myself mind if they're public. That doesn't bother me if they're public. If you guys want them unlisted, they can totally be unlisted. I don't care. Glenn said, where do we see our shares when we bring in other partners? So we are working on modifying the Tier 5 affiliate dashboard where you'll be able to keep track of all your revenue shares and even keep track of what the current value of a revenue share is inside the affiliate dashboard. So for you to be able to see how many you actually have, because they can go away. I mean, if you have partners under you and they don't pay their bill and their partnership gets canceled, you are going to lose those revenue shares that you got from this partnership. We did decide that we'll give you 7 days to bring in a new partner and replace the partner that left. So it'd be great if you guys had a waiting list. I have a waiting list now of 60 people that want to join the partnership that are waiting, and I guarantee you, that's why I asked if any of you guys want to sell it, because I can guarantee you that if I had an extra one available, I could go to my waiting list and say, hey, you know what, it's $1,000 charge and then $300 a month, and I can make I could make $1,000 today. So I would recommend having a wait list, because if someone underneath you cancels or they don't pay their membership fee and it gets over 7 days delinquent, they're going to be kicked out of the partnership. And then you'll lose whatever revenue shares you earned by bringing on that partner, and you'll have 7 days to replace that partner so you can actually get those revenue shares back. If you can't do it within 7 days, I'm going to consume that revenue. I'm going to consume that partnership back myself. All right. So Glenn did ask, so where do you see our shares? And that will be added into the affiliate dashboard most likely sometime next week. We're working on finishing up the public API so that you guys can add in your unlimited accounts that we're uncertain about. And once we release that public API next week, then the next thing we'll do is a revenue share calculator inside the affiliate dashboard so you can keep track of that. Gemma, she said, view, if you have any questions, this is where to post them. All right. So I can't find the link to Zoom. This is the link to Zoom. It will always be the same link for the most part, unless what ends up happening is sometimes random people jump on my Zoom for some reason because they went to they find like an old message in my chat bot and they jump in. If that ends up being a problem, then they'll end up changing all the time so that we don't get people who don't belong here to be here. But for the most part, they'll always be the same. And then Dennis said, from a reputation management perspective, may be a good idea to let folks know that it's not okay to set up Facebook group or pages called Tier 5. What are your thoughts? So if you're going to include the name Tier 5, I would prefer that you actually include like some type of that is a Tier 5 partner that's actually doing that, and just not use only Tier 5, but include that you're an affiliate or you're a partner or something like that, and then I'm totally cool with that. And that is all the questions that are in Facebook for today. There's a couple other questions here.
I have a question.
Sure thing, buddy.
Yes, on the affiliate dashboard, when you sign in and you use the 1, 2, 3, 4 entry, there's no way to change the password.
There is. It's in your profile section. You just go to your profile section. And
yes, but that's only good. That's only good for ClickFunnels. That's not good for the Tier 5 dashboard.
That's totally good for the Tier 5 dashboard, but you got to log into the Tier 5.
I change it down there in profile, then I go back out, and every time I get in, I have to use the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
unless I'm going into the ClickFunnels account, then I can use my new password.
I'm just gonna say I don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about. So let's check it out, buddy.
That's very possible. That's very possible.
Totally possible. Let's just check it out. All right. Ron Bell, where are you at, buddy? Let's check it out and see if I can find Ronald Bell. Let's see. Ron. Oh, where's my Control F at? Ron. I got another Ron. Ron.
Yeah, one Ron is called Rod, but his real name is Ron.
Affiliate dashboard. Let's log out of whoever's account I'm in. Let's log into your account with that standard password, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now I'm in. Let's go to your profile section. Let's go to edit profile. And then let's going to come down here to your password and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's make a new password.
I've already changed that, and I've got a good password down there.
4, 5, 6, 7. So let's change your password. All right. Now your password's been changed. Let's log out. Let's log in. Back with that. Doesn't log you in. Let's log in with your new password and just add a 7 on here. See how I put your password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's sign you in.
Okay.
There you go. So just go to your profile, edit profile, change password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's change that to 666 because that's the best number in the world. 666, and let's change your password up.
Well, then somebody must have gone in and changed it.
No, bro, come on now. Who would do that? No one would ever do that.
I've changed that half a dozen times, and it always.
I don't believe.
When I go back, it.
I don't believe you. You got an older voice, and most of you people with older voices, I just assume you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, I know. Old men.
You got how to do it. Now your password's 666, so don't try to log in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to just use the devil's number, and then it will get you in, and then just go in and change it up again to whatever arbitrary number or whatever thing that you want as a password. So was that your only question?
Well, I'm not settled with it yet. I haven't done it.
You haven't done what?
Okay. I don't have another question.
Okay. Well, Jimmy the Saint asked, when will ringless voicemail become available in text and bulk? And will this be using Twilio? Will text and bulk completely use Twilio? I can't tell you when ringless voicemail is going to be available because it's not a huge super priority for me right now because we're doing a complete redesign and restructuring of that entire platform. So so I can't really tell you. I do have, like, what we're doing is we're continuing to support text and bulk and adding new features and functionality in text and bulk with a limited set of resources. And at the same time, underneath, we're completely rebuilding the platform and restructuring the platform to make it more scalable and much more faster by refactoring all the databases and going to a different tech stack. So so probably maybe another month or so before it will actually be. I would say maybe at the beginning of the year is when it will be there. I can't really speculate and say 100%. If it becomes something that you guys demand crazily, then I can add it in if needed. Another question in the affiliate dashboard: if you set up an account for a client and you need to cancel the account for non-payment, can this be done inside the dashboard? Yes, it sure can. Again, here is your affiliate dashboard right here. All right, so you guys can go in and manage these accounts. And if you see, I've updated your balance to 1,000 instead of 10. I've went ahead and just updated them to 1,000 just in case. So you can go in over here. You can just go in and put in, somebody's email address, and we'll just put in hello@email.com, and then just hit add accounts. This will create a user account on all the different softwares. All right, so now that guy's actually has an account on all these different softwares, so you can go into text and bulk, and then let's just log out of text and bulk out of my own account. So let's log out, and then let's log back in with hello@email.com. Default password is always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see he just got logged in right there, no problem. So let's log out. If you want to suspend him, just click on that guy right there, and he's going to get suspended. And now if he goes in and tries to log in at hello@email.com, then you can see that he's not able to actually log in. And if you want to delete him, then just click that button right there, and then he is deleted. Actually, all right, so if you want to delete him, first you need to unsuspend him, and then once you unsuspend him, then you can delete them, and you can just delete these guys out of the platform. If you want to suspend them for non-payment, you can just suspend them, just click that button. They won't be able to log into the platform, but their data will not be deleted. If you click the delete button, their data will be deleted. All right, so that's up to you what you guys want to do. So that answers that question. So that's pretty much all the questions that were there, unless you guys have any other questions. Does anybody have any other questions? No questions from anybody? You guys are all good?
I'm going to go. I'm half drunk because I've been drinking wine since 3 o'clock. So love you guys. This has been awesome. Super happy to be a part of it. And I'm looking forward to learning all the software. So I've sent you all like friend requests. Friend me.
I think we're friends already. See you, Marie. Anybody else have any other questions or anything that you want to talk about while we're here?
Nope, just wanted to thank everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks, Kristen. See ya.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure.
Hey, thanks, John.
Thank you, Ron. Don't forget I changed your password 666. Go on and change it again, buddy.
No, that was done. It's done.
All right.
I don't know why it didn't change before.
Looking forward to many more. See you guys.
See you, Josh. Thanks for the.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
See you, Mateo.
Hey, we're gonna have to have a time to talk, John.
Yeah, sure. Let's target next week. Just message me sometime next week. I'm usually good Eastern in the morning. Pretty much free most of the mornings Eastern time. If you can't tell, it's already morning here. If you can't tell by looking out my window, it's already morning here.
I get it.
So I got my wife.
Have a good day.
Got my wife just sleeping over here in my bed with my monkey.
Yeah, okay.
See you, Ryan.
Get some sleep and
I don't,
see you later. Bye.
I don't sleep. So, anything else you guys want to talk about while we're here? Like I said, this is always your time. It's super valuable because you get my time, and I usually charge money for my time. So, anything else you guys want to talk about while we're here?
Yeah, where do we find more time? We have to get less sleep like you do?
Either that or do what I do. I buy a bunch of it. So start buying it. That's what I do. That's how I have so much time. I buy it from people. But yes, I don't sleep a lot, and then I buy a lot of time. That's why I have so much time. Is I choose not to sleep a lot, and then I just buy it from other people.
I'll have to learn that trick.
Well, buying it's pretty easy. I mean, buying it's super easy, but not sleeping is hard for some people. It's never been hard for me. It's always been easy for me to not sleep. I've never been a sleeper.
Hello, Michelle. I see you had some questions on Facebook. Did you get them answered?
Hi, Ron. Yeah, I did.
Good. Good. And I'm going to have to get a green screen like you, Paul. So I can put the Library of Congress behind me.
Yes.
Yes, I'm in the basement of the Netherlands, so it's just a green screen.
Where
I love
are
it.
you at in the Netherlands, by the way?
What are you saying?
Where are you at in the Netherlands, by the way? Are you anywhere close to Amsterdam?
No, I'm in the south of the Netherlands. Heerlen.
How
They call it Heerlen.
how far away from
It's
Amsterdam?
from Amsterdam, a couple of hours of driving
Because I'm
from Amsterdam.
gonna be headed there with my wife after we're flying. I'm flying to the U.S. in February for Funnel Hackers Live. I'm gonna meet with a couple Inner Circle members that live in pot-friendly states in the U.S. and then after Funnel Hackers Live, I'm gonna fly and meet my wife in Amsterdam and hang out in Amsterdam for a couple days. So probably for like 4 or 5 days. Last time I was in Amsterdam, I went and met Wasili last time I was in Amsterdam, and he's like an hour and a half away of Amsterdam. I rented a really stupid smart car and like a little baby car and drove out to his place and stayed out there. So I could possibly come visit you as well next time I come visit, which will be around February.
Yes, awesome. My girlfriend found where the library is located. This picture, I got it from Unsplash, and the picture is found in a library in Czechia.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It was one of the 10 big libraries, but we found that out later. So in the future, somewhere I want to travel there, and then I come to work through this, so I don't have to need the green screen.
Hey, John, what software program do you use for an avatar?
Oh,
that's really cool.
That's Facebook Spaces. So it's Facebook Spaces beta. You got to have an Oculus Rift, which is just one of these things right here. It's like a little VR headset made by Oculus, acquired by Facebook. And then Facebook has a thing called Facebook Spaces. It's a beta software that they have, so I use that. I do have plans on building our own though. As time goes by, I want to build something really similar. But yeah, as long as you have an Oculus, you can do Facebook Spaces beta.
Hey, I've got a stepson that has one. I'll have to borrow it from him.
Well, they're not expensive. They're only like $300. They're not expensive at all. They're like $300, $400, something like that. Not really expensive at all. I love them myself. It's great for playing games. I like to play a couple games on them, but then it's really, I do a lot of my ads and stuff on Facebook, in Facebook Spaces, explainer videos about our softwares on Facebook Spaces, and then that's just one of the ways I've been able to build an audience and create a following. It's just because not a lot of people do it. So
right.
So it's been easy.
Okay, well, I'm going to head out, leave you guys to do what you do best.
Cool. So what else? Anything else you guys want to talk about while we're here? Like I said, this time's for you guys. So until you guys decide you all want to leave, then I stick around for you guys because it's your time.
Got no more questions. We'll speak you next time.
All right.
It's evening here.
Just message me again sometime on Monday, and I'll start getting you hooked up with the development team to go over the Link Wizard stuff, get you introduced with them, and kind of get you into the project management board so you can see the tasks that are outstanding from our side, what things are on our side that we want to do, and you can start adding in your own ideals and stuff, and kind of go over some of the questions that you had.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, there's one more. Okay. Hey, okay, Paul. We'll see you. Hey, John.
Yeah.
I have trouble getting into the Tier 5 Zapier connection. I have a Zapier account, but I seem to have early on really lost my way trying to get into this Tier 5.
Send me your email address real quick. Just drop it in the chat here. Actually,
Skyhut.
Well, that's
Skyhut at Gmail.
That's not going to work. We need to grab it right here. Let me just check and see if you're on there. So what you need to do is you just need to check your email address, and you'll have a Zapier invitation from our account. So just check here. I just sent it out. The reason you didn't have access to it before is because it
doesn't matter.
It's because I didn't add you to it. I just added it to you right now.
Okay. Great.
But if you check your email, you should have access to it now.
Thank you.
Yep.
I guess I've got too much open. I'm having a hard time getting around my computer.
Well, just check your email. I sent it all out to you, so you should be good.
Okay. I'll take it from there.
So what else? Anything else you guys want to talk about while we're here? Nothing else? Anything from anybody?
Yo, so far we love the software, but I have a question. Maybe you could help me and my tech guy out.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything? Anything? If not, then I'm going to go ahead and end this and we'll go. If there's something you guys want to talk about, we can talk about it. If not, then I'm going to go home because I got to work in the morning. Everybody good? All good?
All good, John.
All right, boys and girls, thanks for coming. Thanks for being part of this. I will see you either in the group or see you on the call next week. See ya.
Bye-bye.